Okay, this is question 6 on the higher paper, the higher non-calculator paper. All right, let's read the question first and get the key information. The question says, here are the ingredients to make 12 shortcakes. So to make 12 shortcakes, you need these ingredients. They've said it here again, 12 shortcakes. You need 50 grams of sugar, 200 grams of butter, 200 grams of flour, and 10 milliliters of milk. Now, as the question goes, it says, Liz makes some shortcakes, and she uses 25 milliliters of milk. How many shortcakes does she make? Now, if she used 10 milliliters of milk, she would have made 12 shortcakes. If she used 10 milliliters of milk, she would make 12 shortcakes. So I'm actually going to write that down on the side. If she used 10 milliliters, she would make 12 cakes. Okay, so if she used 20 milliliters, she would have made how many cakes? 24 cakes. If I share this in 2 or cut it in half, I get 5. If she made if she used 5 milliliters of milk, how many shortcakes would she make? She'd make just 6 shortcakes. So she has 25 milliliters. How many cakes would she make altogether? She is going to make 30. If I add just these two here, 24 and 6, that makes 30 cakes. This is a pretty straightforward way of doing it. There's several other methods. There's several other ways you could have broken it down. And you could have said that 25 divided by 10 is 2.5. And that 2.5, if you times it by 12, that gives you 30 cakes as well. So, as I said, there are several methods you could use to do this, but the answer to this is 30 cakes. Right, you didn't need to write 30, they just said how many shortcakes did she make, because you've just written in 30 there. Now, this is a pretty straightforward question. Right, make sure you read the question carefully. This is also on the foundation paper. Right, we're going on to part B now. Okay, here's part B. Robert has, and they've indicated that he has these ingredients here. 500 grams of sugar, 1,000 grams of butter, 1,000 grams of flour, and 500 milliliters of milk. Now, the question says, work out the greatest number of shortcakes that Robert could make. Now, you need to look at the previous information to think about how many he could make. Now, if I get the other information down and I look at that and compare them both, to make 12 shortcakes, you need 50 grams. So to make 12 shortcakes, you need 50 grams. Now, how many 50s make 500? 10 50s make 500. So how many shortcakes am I going to be able to make with 500 grams of sugar? I'm going to be able to make 10 times 12 shortcakes. 10 times 12 is 120. So I can make 120 with 500 grams of sugar. The reason I know this is with 50 grams of sugar I could make 12. So with 500 grams of sugar I can make 10 times 12, which is 120. I'm going to do that with all the other ingredients. With 200 grams of butter I can make 12 shortcakes. So with 1,000 grams of butter, how many shortcakes I could make? Well, 5 lots of 200. 5 lots of 200 make 1,000, and that's going to be 5 times 12, right? So 5 times 12 is 60. I'm going to be able to make 60 shortcakes with this amount of butter, with 1,000 grams of butter. With 1,000 grams of flour, right? Let's see how much I can make. With 200 grams of flour, I'm going to be able to make 12 shortcakes. So again, that's 1,000 grams of flour. That's 5 times 200. So I'm going to be able to make 5 times 12, which is 60 shortcakes, just with that amount of the ingredients. Now, with 500 milliliters of milk, how many shortcakes can I make? Well, with 10 mil, I could make 12 shortcakes. With 10 mil, I could make 12 shortcakes. So, how many times 10 times 50 is 500. 10 times 50 is 500, so that's 50 times 12. Now from the previous one, I know 5 times 12 is 60, so 50 times 12 is going to be 600. So with each of these ingredients, in isolation, these are the most shortcakes I could make. But if I had all of these ingredients all together, what's the greatest number of shortcakes I could make all together? Well, looking at this, right, I could definitely make 60 shortcakes. I could make up to 600 shortcakes with the milk. I could make up to 120 shortcakes with the 500 grams of sugar. So the most shortcakes I could make all together, right, is 60. Yeah, I don't have enough butter or flour to make more than 60. So the most I can make all together is 60 shortcakes. So I'm going to write that as a sentence down here. Robert, if I just move this up a bit. There is my answer. There are 2 marks. These are 2 pretty straightforward marks. This question was also on the foundation paper, so those of you doing the higher should be pretty okay with this question. 4 easy marks all together on this. Make sure you get them.